I don't own Bitcoin. I'm not short Bitcoin. So I've taken a neutral view.
Come sit in. Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
I just had to get your thought on Bitcoin, this digital currency that's out there that people say, oh, it might be the next big thing. What do you think?
I think it's rat poison.
Thought.
Thought.
想法、看法。
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
比特币。
Digital currency.
Digital currency.
数字货币。
What do you think?
What do you think?
你认为呢？你怎么看？
Rat poison.
Rat poison.
老鼠药、耗子药。
Do you understand what they're trying to do with it?
No, but I regard it as deeply flaky.
Deeply flaky. Okay, Bitcoin. Bill, what do you think?
I think it's a technical tour de force, but that's an area where governments are going to maintain a dominant role.
Regard.
Regard.
如何看待某事某物？
Flaky.
Flaky. Deeply flaky.
脆弱的，不靠谱的。
Technical.
Technical.
技术方面的。
Tour de force.
Tour de force.
极大的成就。
Maintain.
Maintain.
维持、保持。
Dominant.
Dominant.
主导的、主要的。
The need to move money from place to place, the cost of doing so, the overhead, as you put it, makes me think, believe it or not, of Bitcoin, because some people have said, hey, Bitcoin is the answer to those problems. Are you a believer?
Well, Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And, of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient. The customers we're talking about aren't trying to be anonymous. They're willing to be known. So the Bitcoin technology is key, and you could add to it or you could build a similar technology where there's enough attribution that people feel comfortable. This has nothing to do with terrorism or any type of money laundering.
Cost.
Cost.
花费、成本。
Overhead.
Overhead.
企业日常开销。
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
信不信由你。
Believer.
Believer.
信奉者。
Exciting.
Exciting.
令人兴奋的。
Physically.
Physically.
身体上的、事实的。
Transaction.
Transaction.
资金交易。
Inconvenient.
Inconvenient.
不方便的、不便利的。
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
匿名的。
Key.
Key.
关键。
Attribution.
Attribution.
缘由、出处。
Terrorism.
Terrorism.
恐怖主义。
Money laundering.
Money laundering.
洗钱。
Bill, Charlie and Warren have weighed in on Bitcoin. Do you own any?
Somebody gave me some for my birthday, and then a few years later I thought, hey, I'm going to sell that. So no. There's some really good technology in terms of sharing databases and verifying transactions that is talked about as blockchain. That is a good thing. Bitcoin and ICOs, I agree completely. It's one of the crazier speculative things where it's not as an asset class. You're not producing anything, and so you shouldn't expect it to go up. It's kind of a pure greater fool theory type investment. So. I agree. I would short it if there was an easy way to do it.
Weigh in.
Weigh in.
提出观点，卷入某种争议当中。
Own.
Own.
个人持有某种东西。
In terms of.
In terms of.
从某方面来说，
Speculative.
Speculative.
投机的，全凭猜测的，
Asset.
Asset.
资产，有价值的人或物，
Greater fool theory.
Greater fool theory.
击鼓传花游戏，博傻理论，
Investment.
Investment.
投资，
Short.
Short.
买空，
Verify.
Verify.
认证，确认，
Blockchain.
Blockchain.
区块链，
And how he thinks about the cryptocurrency in the context of climate change, seeing as how Bitcoin takes enormous amounts of energy to digitally mine.
I don't own Bitcoin. I'm not short Bitcoin. So I've taken a neutral view. I do think, moving money into a more digital form and getting transaction costs down, that's something the Gates Foundation does in developing countries. But there we do it so that you can reverse the transactions, so you have total visibility of who's doing what. So it's not about tax avoidance or illegal activity. But Bitcoin can go up and down, just based on the mania or whatever the views are. And I don't have a way of predicting how that will progress.
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency.
加密货币，
Climate change.
Climate change.
气候变化，
Enormous.
Enormous.
极大的，庞大的，
Digital mining.
Digital mining.
数字挖矿，
Neutral.
Neutral.
无意见，中立的，
View.
View.
意见，观点，见解，
Developing country.
Developing country.
发展中国家，
Reverse.
Reverse.
反转，撤销交易，
Visibility.
Visibility.
能见度，可见，
Tax avoidance.
Tax avoidance.
避税，逃税，
Illegal activity.
Illegal activity.
非法活动，
Mania.
Mania.
狂热，
Predict.
Predict.
预测。
Now that said, I'm curious for your thoughts here because Tesla could potentially make more money from its Bitcoin investment this year than profits from electric cars in all of 2020. What's your take on that? What's your Bitcoin take and the fact that the price can just go up or down based on a simple tweet from him?
Well, look, Elon has tons of money and he's very sophisticated. So, I don't worry that, his Bitcoin will sort of randomly go up or down. I do think people get bought into these manias who may not have as much money to spare. So I'm not bullish on Bitcoin. And, my general thought would be that, if you have less money than Elon, you should probably watch out.
That said.
That said.
话虽如此，尽管如此，
Curious.
Curious.
感兴趣，好奇的，
Potential.
Potential.
有潜力的，极有可能，
Profit.
Profit.
利润，
Take. On something.
Take. On something.
对某事某物的看法，
Sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
老练的，见多识广的，
Random.
Random.
随机的，
Bullish.
Bullish.
看好的，看涨的，
Watch out.
Watch out.
当心点，注意点。